Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, traders? How are y'all doing today? It's Friday, woohoo! Although my Friday and being in the restaurant business is really Sunday, but for most people, Friday, woohoo! Party hats, all that. Hope you had an awesome trading week and just week in general. It's March 12th, 2021. It's your boy No Noise, or Z Rex with No Noise. We're going to run down markets real quick. I was out of the command center for most of the day. I'm just going to do a quick lightning round video just to catch up. We all with some price action. All right, whatever. Let's do it. Total market cap kind of backing off a little bit from trying to break out, but nothing too crazy. So let's just get into Mama Bear. Mama Bear slowly grinding up here. Pretty methodical so far, right off the 21. I'd like to see the RSI get back over the exponentials here. I don't really like that it's kind of hovering below them, and we lost momentum on DMI, so I don't really like that much. Still looks okay on the daily, though. I really don't want to see it break back below this 55K level, just kind of the same stuff as yesterday, 54, 55K. Probably would get us down to test this area around 50-ish thousand flat. But you'd really like to see the 3-hour get back above and in the power zone on the oscillators. That would make me feel a little bit better. Let's go on futures. Let's see here. Let's see. Futures for the week. Actually, pretty nice close. What's this close? We have to look at the open. 57,450. Yeah, 57,250. So almost even open of last week. So not too shabby. Let's go to the daily on it. Yeah, daily still looks fine on here. Yep, we got power zone. Yep, so that looks good. Same thing though on oscillators on the 3-hour. Just kind of getting a little sloppy and weak. I don't like that. Maybe we get a little dump into the weekend or something before some continuation. That does happen a lot, especially on Saturdays, I've noticed lately. So maybe we'll get that. But yeah, just kind of rounding out a little bit. Lower time frames, not my favorite. High time frames though still look very good. Ethereum, yeah, see Ethereum starting to get that rollover too. Lots of support though right here at the 377 and the 200. Anything back below 1630-ish, I would be pretty concerned, and puts us right back in this stupid range that we just broke out of. And really 1660 probably does it, and just gets us back into the stupid range over here. But daily looks alright. A lot of support too around that 1680-ish area on the daily. But again, 1800 really needs to get back above that. And I'd like to see the RSI get back above the, I'm sorry, man, lost for words today. Get back above the exponentials here. Yeah, not really great on Ethereum. Let's see, let's get rid of this trend line. I don't need that, because eventually you can run out of drawings on TradingView. Yeah, same thing, just not very good looking chart. Let's see the weekly. Yeah, nothing to really do on the weekly Ethereum chart. The daily 21's finally enough data to print up here. So I guess it's been about 23 days or so that Bitcoin futures have been out. Damn, not even a month. That's crazy. Yeah, but it's still kind of showing the same thing as spot price. Litecoin, look at Litecoin rallying up today. Getting that continuation, that follow through, almost testing up to this 230-ish area off this. So it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like it wants to go there for sure. I don't see any reason that it wouldn't. On oscillators, DMI is about to get back in the power zone on this daily close possibly. And RSI looks good, yeah. So still on track for hitting the 230-ish level. Again, anything back below these local highs and all this business here at about 210, probably be a little bit concerned. Ripple, thought about buying some, but I did not pull that trigger, luckily, because it did just dump some more. Garlic bread, what are you doing over here? Kind of just basing though right here and here. So maybe this is a better entry time. What sucks though is you do have the EMAs all opening up to the downside, and they all are in order, and there's nothing down here saving it except this trend line all the way at 39 cents. And that trend line is kind of whatever too. I guess to be fair, the daily has respected it fairly well here. So, but that's the last kind of line way down here with these local lows in this tail on the candle, about 39.40 cents. So kind of ugly on Ripple there. Although it's like I kind of like it. See, I'm gonna wait over the weekend and see what happens. I'm gonna put that on the watch list just in case. Dot kind of selling off here a little bit. Finding support so far at the 200, which it's been grinding up this whole time. Same here, but kind of getting sloppy. I don't like this read on the RSI. Getting rejected from going back into power mode. DMI is still really neutral, so I don't like that read. I actually took all my dot off this week because I'm just kind of not liking the daily setup here with the RSI just hovering. Like, it's not terrible, but I just don't really like it. I want to see, at least on the 3 hour, I want to see the DMI and definitely at least the RSI get back into the power mode. So kind of just have to wait on that a little bit longer. A little bit mixed bag today as I'm going through the charts. I haven't looked at a lot of charts today, so same range crap. Attempted to get out a few days ago, got rejected, and all this supply. Will we get bid back up here and make a higher low? Possibly. That would look good for the bulls, but yeah, super neutral. Yeah, just kind of whatever. Not really a good edge on some of these charts here now. ADA just selling off here, getting all the EMAs opening up. This one has built real hard resistance now at like the mid-teens, like 14, 15 in there. We do have this trend line that could possibly support it, and it's not really over until that does break. And here we are, right at it. So man, I mean, I guess ADA, you got some balls. Maybe isn't the worst entry here, and just kind of stop out if it breaks the trend line. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to put that on the watch list as well. It is about to break the 21, though, and that has not happened this whole rally. Well, I guess briefly right here, just ever so slightly right on the trend line. Bulls get it bid back up, possibly. Hey, they might. There's nothing on the oscillators yet, though, that kind of say that. But this trend line and this consolidation over here possibly get a little lift back up into 110, 112 or something like that. BCH, still ugly in the range. Nothing new about this crap. It's really got to get out of this damn range. Sucks. So moving on. Same with BSV. The real Satoshi. What the hell is he doing? He's not being very real right now. Pretty boring. Spaghetti action like a mofo. You almost, on the EMAs that is, you see him just snaking around. And it almost had the chance right here to get going. You had all the setup for it, and then just immediately got rejected. So, pretty ugly. EOS, same thing in this ugly-ass pattern. I'm starting to not like these patterns. They're going on for a little bit too long, and now the bears are starting to get dominance again on a few of these on the 3 hour. So, they've had a couple of weeks to start get going, and they had great setups right here, and some of them did get follow through, but a lot of them just got rejected. So it is interesting. Got to get out of that range. Same with Monero, going real super sideways right here. Very freaking neutral. Just nothing really to do on that. No edge at all. It's got to get out of this range. Zcash was one of the ones that actually did get out of the range, followed through with some of the TA. You can see it's given up the momentum, though. Maybe this is just a little retest of this previous breakout zone around 140-ish, low 140s. So if we can hold there, this probably still will be all right. But the way some of the other coins are acting, I don't know, man. This is just kind of weird. Anything back below 138, no bueno. Anything back above 155 though, probably start getting some pump on. But Zcash is one of the ones that did follow through. One of the only ones. You can see here too, right in the stupid ranges, just selling off again. Bearish, not bearish, but just neutral as hell and boring. Dogecoin, it is getting lifted in that mid 90s sat area. So still looks about the same. EMAs though look pretty shitty on the sat pairing. But I have been defaulting to the dollar pairing right now, just because where Bitcoin's at. And as long as this guy is still trying to hold the low 5 cent range, it looks okay still. But getting a little bit sloppy. You know, you did have the volatility, and we talked about this too. A lot of times you get throwbacks and fake pumps, like whatever the direction it initially goes after having extremely low vol. It does tend to give that up a lot. It's almost like just the fake out before the real move. So I'm hoping that's not what's playing out here. The best part that's showing that that might not be happening is you're getting this kind of rounded type formation. We want to keep seeing it like this. We don't want it to. We don't want to see just kind of this and then just like start slowly drifting down. That would be a pretty ugly setup. But yeah, as long as it's holding kind of this area here in the low 5 cent range, still looks all right. Really need to get another daily. Whoops. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Pushing Control Z too much. We really need to get another daily above this candle. Like this daily candle does look really good, to be fair. Closing right up on the top. Almost actually the exact highs. Usually you get follow through on these. So that's interesting. We talked about that the other day. But look, it's coming right to about the 618 and the mama and these averages. So yeah, just really confirming that low 5 cent region. Anything above that, this does look pretty damn sexy, to be fair, on the daily. Let's see. Yeah, very neutral in the 3 hour. Got that momentum for a second, but said gave it up immediately. Just kind of consolidating. The daily, though, man, any kind of closure above 6.3 cents on a 3 hour or so, probably even a wick just above that, it's probably going to get this thing to run up to 7-8 cents up near highs, all-time highs. All right, let's get some decent action in equities. They closed the week up. Now they did not close it higher than these previous highs a few weeks ago, so kind of was looking for that and closing more up above in this range for some continuation, but did kind of lose the momentum today, but still looks really good. I mean, above like 38.70-ish, 38.60-ish, right around here. It still looks perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. The weekly did close, yeah, so looks okay, nothing too crazy. Weekly on NASDAQ, this is pretty good close, not getting below the 21, getting bid up and saved by the bulls. So that's nice to see. Daily's starting to come down and has the first sign of possibly reversing this. And maybe, it does look like this wants to come test the 13.3 area. Anything back below like 12.5, I would start to get a little bit concerned on this chart. But you can kind of see too here in the low time frames, you got this trend line, you're breaking out of it. So definitely looks real solid above 12.5, 12.6-ish. One thing that did get followed through is Dow. This is just incredibly freaking bullish chart. I mean, Jesus, what's a 618? We're at the 618 actually right now around here, so there'll probably be a little bit of resistance at that point. 2618 and 3618. These are kind of the next sort of targets if we keep running on this guy. But nothing wrong with this chart. Very bullish. Russell, same thing. I mean, look at these EMAs just continuing to just spread up, get erect. I mean, they are just looking great, closing up on the top end of this range on this candle today. I mean, Jesus. Weekly, look at this weekly close, y'all. Wow, this is beast mode. Russell is bullish as F above 2300 with the target right now at about 24. So wouldn't be surprised to see that. VIX getting absolutely monkey hammered, closing on the bottom end of its range again, and we are in the despair teal box of despair. See what happens if we start breaking these lows here. Man, this market might just get real crazy. I don't think that we're gonna get below like the upper teens, just because there's still a lot of uncertainty and craziness in the market right now. Emotions are really high, so I'd be surprised if that happens. But hey, anything can happen. We'll just keep an eye on that. VVIX still just going sideways. Nothing to really talk about there. Oil looking all right, actually. Little loss of momentum in neutral, but as long as it's above this trend line, it's still on target for hitting the upper end range, which is like 70, 71 bucks. So not too shabby on oil. Bonds just can't do shit. Just dumping some more. This is just super crazy. Bonds just can't get no love at all. Fed's buying billions of them all the time. Doesn't even matter. Just dump. So that sucks. Taking a little bit of heat on that one. 'Cause let's see. Yeah, just giving it all up. And like we talked about too yesterday, whenever you see this setup, it's like the start of a possible breakout when you get it on the RSI. But as soon as the RSI loses that momentum and the DMI loses it, and you get below these EMAs, the trade is over. The risk becomes very bad and pretty much all against you. You can see this as soon as we lost. I mean, it officially didn't really close until this candle here, the big one. I guess maybe the RSI was below. Yeah, I mean, technically the RSI was below it on this one, but this one is really the one that was like, all right, this trade's done. It's broken. So just for future reference on that. Shanghai bouncing pretty high. Shanghai bouncing pretty high. Shanghai bouncing nice off that trend line. Still getting follow through. I mean, look at that. Weekly almost closed back above the 21. So pretty nice. A little bit of a resistance area, though, to like 3,500. So we'll have to see what happens next week on that guy. Back below 3,350-ish. Probably gets us to test the trend line officially. And we do kind of have a supply line kind of coming down like this. So that's interesting. See if that can get broke next week. Dollar kind of just struggling a little bit. Still looks pretty damn bullish, though. Daily coming back to test the breakout, expanding EMAs. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this chart. We'd really have to get back below like 91, even like 90 and a half, really, for this. But look where it closed today. 91,666. Oh, my God, the devil. Rates just, this obviously would put some pressure on the bonds, up 7% just today. I mean, this weekly candle, I mean, this thing looks like it's just mooning. I mean, this thing is in moon mode. We were looking for an area to get in the middle, or a target to get in the middle of this consolidation zone. We have hit it. We're all the way there. I mean, the top end of that range is like 180. I'm sorry, $1.85 or so, $1.90. So maybe we can get up into that range, but man, getting above like $1.90 on this, 190 would be crazy. Could it happen? Absolutely. Does it kind of look like it's happening? It sure does. There's nothing in the chart yet saying watch out. Yeah, it is domination from the bulls on this all the way around. Alrighty, Euro kind of looks just like the dollar chart, you know, same thing. If we invert this thing like so, you can see coming back to test the opening EMAs. So pretty much exactly like the dollar. Let's go to gold. Gold put in a possible reversal pattern on a weekly here, or type candle, just chilling at the bottom with this daily too. I mean, this is like the first start of a turnaround. Looks like daily barely got over the exponentials on RSI today. But, I mean, there's super overhead resistance at 1760. We tried to test in that closer to that range yesterday, but it kind of looks like we might set up for a test this coming week, though, for it. Getting bid off there. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised for this to come and test 1760-ish. Early next week, and then we'll have to see what happens there. Anything back below like 1700, though, bad news bears. Silver getting demolished, but it is holding up in this range. So far, lots of, man, there's a lot of clustering right here. Yeah, it really just has to get out of this 25 to about 27 range that it's sort of stuck in at the moment. Maybe bump that up to like 27 and a half and 25-ish, 24 and a half. Really kind of got to get out of that to get some continuation. Let's see. Platinum. Nice bounce on platinum. Lovely play. It's one of my better trades this week, so I like that one. I did take a little bit more off today. So I only probably have about, I don't know, like 15, 20% of my original position on. Excuse me. But yeah, nice candle though. Hammer coming up above the EMAs and closing at the top of the range. So platinum might still get some follow through here. Not too shabby. I'll probably re-enter some longs if we get back above 12, 15-ish. But other than that, just kind of waiting. All right, I think that's it. I did trim quite a few positions today. List got smaller. I took off all my weed stocks today. A couple things, but I guess that doesn't really matter because the markets are already closed. We don't really need to even talk about that. Awesome. Well, we're just going to leave it there. Final thoughts, just again with Bitcoin. It looks all right. Don't like the 3 hour. I want to see it get back in the power zone on both oscillators. That would make me feel a lot better that this doesn't turn into a double top because we do not want to see that. We're starting to get kind of little distribution-y type pattern up here on the 3 hour, so be a little cautious of that. Maybe we just kind of dump into the weekend for a little bit before continuing to the upside next week. So just as long as we're holding that 55,000 level, not too concerned. But if we did break that, like we said earlier, I'd probably look for a test into the low 50s and then see where we go from there. Upside target still about 60K, nice round number. Until we get above that, and we're kind of just chilling here. Bulls need to step on the gas, and Ethereum looks a little bit weaker than Bitcoin does too. So see what the weekly close on spot price is for crypto, and we'll do that video on Saturday. And I think that'll do it for the show today. Awesome, guys. Much appreciation for checking us out, tuning in, hanging out. We will see y'all mañana for another video. Much love. Have a great Friday. Peace.